Almost a year ago, we made a video about life hacks of Russian kids. In this episode, we found best gadgets and toys which we used to have in USSR. Back then, we didn't have computer games, and kids used to play board games. For example, this small, almost pocket-sized pool. In a set was this tiny cube, which we need to balls. Yeah, it doesn't look impressive, but back then, even this game could make kids happy. In 90s, they didn't have Lego, but instead they had metallic ones. In a set was a booklet which showed metal objects that can be built with this kit. They were fastened using these screws. Having imagination, you could easily make something that wasn't in a booklet. These kits weren't cheap, and if you had one, then you were a lucky kid. Check how Stefan looks cool in his new car. Also, cool kids used to play sea battle, not on a paper but in this game. Each player had few ships. And with this huge cannon, which have metal shells, aiming can be done with a special scope in cannon. And shutouts could last until one of the players lose all ships. I tried to play with Stefan, but he planned to win with unfair way. Kids were not into games, but also gum stickers. Every kid had own collection, which they gathered for a long time and kept safe. We exchanged them with stickers or won from other peers. Every player laid one or few stickers, they gathered in a pile, and after someone's turn have to hit stickers. Then they should flip to other side. Stickers had flipped went to the particular person who hit it. In 90s, we had something like Nintendo Switch, though only with one game. An owner of this gadget automatically rose in hierarchy of street. The substance of this game was pretty straightforward. In the center was wolf with a basket. From both sides, rolling down eggs. Objective was to pick up all eggs before it falls down and breaks. It seemed easy, but after some time eggs rolled down in that speed, even pro players wouldn't able to catch it. By the way, even back then, engineers made a leverage that made possible to stand in vertical position. Strangely, they don't make it now in all portable devices. In the beginning of 90s, not all houses had TVs. And these film scopes could make it a little bit better. It looked like a small device, with a frame for special film that's safely kept inside of a plastic boxes. On a film were children fairy tales and other media. We called it dia films. It went into frame and put inside of a device. After that, we turned it on and light. Here's the magic. Room turned into some kind of movie theater and wall to a huge screen. There were many pictures from fairy tales and under it were text. Who could read, it was more interesting. One of the viewers took a role of a director and changed slides. If a room wasn't tiny, the screen could be pretty big. So these ordinary things could make kids happy back in 90s. This is only first part. We still have a lot of interesting gadgets. which we're gonna show you in second part.